Good morning, everyone on YouTube. Welcome to another episode of It's Matter of Fact Podcast. If you hear any loud dingling of bells, no, that's not Santa in my house. That's my cat acting like a huge asshole because for some reason whenever I like to record anything, he feels the need to run around and play on every little thing. I should probably close my door so he doesn't come in here. I think I'll actually do that. So how are you guys doing today? I'm doing fantastic. I hope everyone that works in retail survived Black Friday. I sure as hell did. Because of, it sucks though because I didn't open, because there was a huge situation at my store that the other manager opened. They opened, I worked a mid-shift, and another manager closed. So the person worked on the mid-shift, when she opened the store, because, since the store was closed for Thanksgiving, we reopened at 7 a.m., I guess, to kind of get some of the Black Friday people in the store, or we just opened early because of the fact that we were closed on Thanksgiving. Who knows what the real reason was. But she said around 8:30-ish, there's about the first 5 people came into the store. And they all 5 complained and said, What? What do you mean you don't have any Black Friday deals? She told me she was just like, no, sorry. Our items are already marked off 60% versus anywhere else you would get them. Like, if you go to an actual Michael Kors store to get a purse, you're paying like $500 versus coming to my store and paying like maybe $150 for it. So that's what I mean by markdowns, 60% or more. So, yeah, the first 5 people that came in the store were pretty disappointed. And she told me they even said that they're going to call corporate to make a complaint. I'm like, are you joshing me? Like, first of all, people camp out in front of stores on Black Friday like a few hours after Thanksgiving. If it's 7 a.m. at a retail store and you don't see a line, don't just automatically assume, alright guys, yeah, we're the first ones here. There's probably a reason why there's no one standing in a line at that retail store. Maybe it's still closed. Or maybe it's because they don't have any fucking Black Friday deals. Did you guys ever think about that? Huh? But of course, when she told me she was opening on Black Friday, I told her that, saying like, well, be prepared to have a lot of pissed off people come to you about saying, oh, no Black Friday deals? Yeah, at my store, everything's already marked down. Every day's Black Friday. So, maybe if you did a little research, because it's 2017, guys. Everyone's pretty much walking around with laptops in their hands. What are you using it for? Because I'm either on Facebook, answering text messages, or making phone calls. But every now and then, if I'm not sure about something, even spelling the word circle. If I'm not sure how to spell circle, I pull out my phone and says, okay, Google, bloop, circle. Oh, that's how you spell it. You do your research. And another thing that's really been bothering me, especially since last year on Black Friday, when people are getting into fistfights over fucking TVs and shit that you can get all year round. Or probably find a cheap one on eBay, or God, even Craigslist. You could probably find a TV that's 95% off on Craigslist. But you don't go on Craigslist, do you? No, you wait a whole year. But the fact that it's now 2017, people are still beating the shit out of each other, shoving through lines, knocking out security guards for Black Friday deals. When we walk around with laptops in our hand, I have the Amazon app on my phone. You know what I do when I'm on lunch? Or my 30-minute breaks at work? I'm looking for stuff to buy on Amazon. And like even Walmart has a website where they have like Cyber Monday or if they have really incredible deals, Cyber Tuesday. So you don't have to sit in the cold Thanksgiving night all the way up to 7 in the morning to buy stuff. You can wait till Tuesday on Amazon or Walmart. Like, it just surprises me that in certain situations we still stick to the same shit even though we have easier access to get to shit. It's kind of like the person who invented cars is like, yeah, you can go anywhere fast. And then you're like, no, I'd rather fucking walk. But you can drive. You don't even need horses to use this contraption. Nah, I'd rather walk. You're gonna walk to fucking California to Maryland? I mean, I don't know if those things existed at the time, but you see what I'm saying. It's just real, like this goes back to the previous episode, the first episode, where I say customers' IQ fucking drops when they enter a place of business. No lines, no one standing outside, the store completely empty, and you got cashiers and managers just standing around not doing nothing, and you have the nerve to say, no Black Friday deals, I'm making a complaint to corporate. Like, I don't know. I don't know, guys. I get a headache more and more every day just because of how stupid human beings are. I really do. It's sad to see that. But since we have Black Friday out of the way, now it's time for Christmas. Yay, because I'm so ready to hear 30 fucking versions of Frosty the Snowman, Jingle Bells, and of course the classic Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. Now, the only time that people will probably really enjoy Christmas are Mariah Carey fans. If you're a huge fan of Mariah Carey, then yeah, you're going to fucking love Christmas. Because, God, you're going to hear every single Christmas song she has ever recorded 1,000 times a day. It's torturing. And I have a huge, like, this is something I've been working on, like, the past 3 years now, and this is, like, no joke, is Baby, It's Cold Outside. Why is that a Christmas song? That is the rapiest fucking song I've ever heard in my entire life. Like, baby, it's cold outside. And she's like, I can't stay. Baby, come close to me. Why are you touching my ass? Baby, come here. You're raping me. It's like, she's even like, she claims like, I've had too much to drink. I need to go home. And he just keeps trying to convince her, no, stay. It's too cold. Like, okay, yeah, I'm good. I got a winter coat. I'm good. She came prepared, winter coat and everything, and you know she was insisting that she was gonna leave. So I'm assuming she drove to his house. Bitch, get in your car and go. But of course, I'm pretty sure he probably roofied her. I'm feeling strange. Like no, it's not the wine. You got roofied. And it's a Christmas classic. It's the rapiest shit ever. I can't believe it. Like, when I first heard the song, like, when I was young, I was like, oh, okay, whatever, Christmas song. No! I'm 27! I'm woke now! It's the rapiest sounding song! I can put joyful music in a background where I'm bashing, like, I'm bashing your face and, oh, you're killing me. I'm bashing your face and, please stop hurting me. And that can sound good. But I'm still murdering someone. Like, I don't know. I mean, I feel like no one else has made this claim. Or at least not to me. I'm pretty sure there's other people out there that's made that claim before. But I've said this at work today, and everyone was like, what, really? And I'm like, yeah. Like, listen to the lyrics. And they're like, oh, shit, yeah, it sounds like the dude wants to fuck her, but she don't want to. I'm like, yeah, rape! Like, 2 and 2 together, man. It's like one of those things. It's like, you know, it's like watching Animaniacs, but then, you know, you're watching it now as a 30-year-old, and you're like, holy shit, all these adult jokes fucking went right over my head. I was just laughing thinking this shit was funny. No! They wanted to fuck that nurse! Now, on the movie-related news, I found out yesterday that that movie Coco beat Justice League in the box office by like, what was it? I think it was about like maybe 9 million? 9 million? 10 million, I think? I don't remember. I think Justice League got like around 40 million, 39 million. And, I love the fact that, like, seriously, like, hardcore DC fans were like, well, globally, it won $59 million, you know, and I'm just like, really? Like, it's okay to say that DC's movie sucked. It's okay. It's okay, DC fans. Now, not the fact I'm one of those Marvel fans that hate DC, like, fuck Batman, Iron Man, you know. Like, you know. Like, I'm one of those people that, like, I respect the DC universe, even though I did a rant about them a long time ago. I still respect DC universe, like, you know, Superman, Batman, Cyborg, you know. I'm like, great heroes. Fantastic, you know, Shazam, great heroes. Absolutely. But, you know, I just find, you know, I find Marvel a little bit more entertaining, you know? You know, like, there's a couple of, like, I think when it comes down to movies, the live action versions of movies from Marvel, fantastic movies. Great backstory, great storytelling. And I have just about almost all of the Marvel animated movies. Because, you know, personally, me, I like them. But I do feel like they lack a little bit in comparison with DC Universe's animated movies. I've seen every single DC animated movie that's come out that I know of. You know, like Batman, Superman, Public Enemies, you know, Batman Beyond the Joker Returns, even though I don't know, do you technically qualify that as a movie or just a series of episodes together? I don't know. But every DC animated movie, I've never been disappointed. There's been a few Marvel animated movies I was just like, could have been better. Like, I don't know, what's a good example? The Doctor Strange animated movie. I enjoyed it, but then I was like, But then I saw the live action version of Doctor Strange. I'm like, oh yeah, way better. Way better than the animated movie. Way better. 10 times better. But, like, you know, when it comes to, like, you know, because I've saw Wonder Woman a couple days ago. I was like, because I think one of the reasons why the Justice movie kind of flopped a little bit is that I feel like they pay too much attention to Wonder Woman's backstory. Or not backstory, but, you know, I feel like the focus was mainly on Wonder Woman versus the Avengers, the first Avengers that came out. I feel like it was focused on, you know, Hulk, Hawkeye, Black Widow, Captain America, Iron Man, etc., etc., etc. You know, versus, you know, I felt like, you know, like, oh yeah, Flash is there, Batman's there, Aquaman. I don't know how the fuck you're gonna have a Justice League movie without Superman. That kind of pissed me off a little bit. If they actually put Superman in the movie, I would have considered actually like being entertained by it. Because I feel like, oh, the Avengers, oh, it's going to have, now we're not talking Ultimate Avengers, because there were a few fans when the Avengers came out were a little pissed about saying, like, oh, I thought it was going to have all the Avengers. I'm like, well, it's the Ultimate Avengers, Like, Ultimate Avengers was Ant-Man, Wasp, and all of them, and all the other side people that joined up with the Avengers and shit. But no, we're just talking about the regular cast, regular Avengers. So that's why I feel like the movie kind of flopped in comparison. And, there's been, 2 fucking Avengers. They're working on the 3rd one right now. I think it's supposed to come out in, 2019, the first Infinity War? Or 2018? I don't know. I feel like I have to do my research on this now. See, remember what I said about doing your research on your phone? If you're not sure about something, look it up on your phone. Let me see. Okay, Google. Avengers Infinity Wars, Part 1.
Avengers Infinity War is a 2018 movie directed by Anthony Russo.
Oh, it's 2018. Okay, cool. Oh, May 4th. Nice. Oh, stay tuned to May 14th. Marvel Studios presents Avengers Infinity Wars Part 1. But yeah, I mean, that's just my opinion. You can argue with me. You can disagree with me. You can call me a piece of shit if you want to. I mean, that's just, everyone's entitled to their own opinion. Just like everyone has an asshole. Everyone's got one. That old cliche. Excuse me. But that's just how I see it, Animated Batman. Animated DC Universe films, all the animated ones, never disappointed. Live action films from Marvel, fantastic. Never been disappointed. Well, except for that one Hulk film, but we won't talk about that Hulk film. We'll just go with the recent one, the good one that Robert Downey Jr. was in. Anyway, I guess this might be the portion of the podcast. Here's another reason why I brought up the podcast is that I can vent and complain and have you guys listen to it, because just the fact that it's going to be mostly customer related stories or even coworkers, because like I said, this is my podcast. I'm going to talk major shit about people I don't fucking like. Shade thrown #. So we'll start off with one thing is that okay, I'm a front end manager. I'm a part-time CSS. But I guess my job still clarifies that as front-end manager. But I'm a part-time CSS. For those of you that don't know what a CSS stands for, that's Customer Service Supervisor. I'm pretty much in charge of all the cashiers, handling any disputes with returns or even purchases or prices. And pretty much anything that's related to the front end. So when someone complains about, hey, you guys don't have any more cribs, that's not my problem. That's someone who works in the baby department. That's not my department. Now, a lot of times they get me confused with customer service. Like, yes, I am customer service because I'm the customer service supervisor, but if there's a complaint on the floor or about a missing item, that's the floor's problem, not mine. That's one of the managers that works on the floor. That's one of the, assistant store managers. They run the floor. I run the front. Yeah. Okay. So, there's 2 of us right now. We're still hiring for a third. But there's me and another part-time CSS. Okay? As I told you in the beginning of the podcast, she's the one who opened. Now, we have a full-time CSS. Those of you who don't know what that is, that's a CSS that works 40-hour weeks. Okay. Now, you guys can disagree with me if you want, but this is my mindset, okay? Based on what I was told by an assistant store manager, someone who has a rank up higher than me, I was told that the full-time CSS and the part-time CSS is still technically the same position. One is not higher than the other. One is not lower than the other. So tell me why that the full-time CSS thinks that they have the authority to tell me what to do. Or not even that. Just believes in themselves that they have authority over me. When I was told that it's the same position. The only difference is that the full-time CSS answers to the next manager higher of us. Or even the store manager. You know, if something goes down, they talk to the store manager about it. And they get full-time. That's the only difference. It's the only difference. If something goes down with the front, because that's the thing, is that when you think about it, yeah, the full-time CSS is going to be, talking to the store manager, because the full-time CSS is there for 40 hours a week, so they know what's going on at the front 95% of the time. So of course, yeah, that person's going to answer to the store manager the most because they work the most, right? So two of those things go hand in hand, technically. So it's technically only one thing if you think about it. Like I said, correct me if I'm wrong. So they believe that they have authority over the two other CSSs. Keep in mind is that, during the holiday season we have more hours. But, average time, part-time CSS, part-time, we work at least 30 hours or less. 34 hours, maybe about 34. Maybe 36. I think 36 hours is the maximum for a part-time CSS unless absolutely necessary to extend it to 40. Like call-outs or, something like that. So, now, when this person first got this job, it was fine. Because the previous full-time CSS, wasn't doing what they were supposed to. Got busted with making false surveys. And this is another thing. If you go to a retail place or any type of place of business that really brings up a survey a lot, then they rely on those surveys. Like if we get, one survey for an entire month, that's going to cause corporate people to come down to the store, have a meeting with my boss, and be like, hey, what the fuck's going on here? Are you guys not doing what you're supposed to be doing? But of course, they show them the receipt saying, yeah, this is how much money we're making, and they'll shut the fuck up. But everything was going fine. But here's my thing, especially if you work in retail or any other type of place of business, never, ever become a yes person. Okay? Like everything I'm telling you is what I learned from when I worked at Giant. Do not become a yes person, especially if you're in a manager position. Do not become the yes person. Do not become a yes person, because they will take advantage of it, and you'll be setting your boss's standards very, very high. If they're calling you saying, hey, can you come in? It's okay to be like, I could go for some extra money on my paycheck. Yeah, okay, I'll come in. Don't do that every single fucking time. Because when I used to push carts for Giant and someone called out, I said yes for maybe 5 or 6 times back to back. I was like, yeah, I'll come in. Yeah, I'll come in. Yeah, I'll come in. Yeah, sure. I ain't got no problem. I'm not doing nothing. I'll come in. After that, for a straight month, my phone was blowing up saying, can you come in? Can you come in? Can you come in? Come here. I'm like, no, I have a life outside my fucking job. Like, a lot, not even just my store. Other places of business need to realize that, the people that you hired have lives outside of your job. Don't fucking blow up their phone every fucking day. Say, can you come in? Can you come in? Can you come in? No! We have lives. So don't become a yes person. That's the mistake that this person made. Alright? Which caused this person to be extremely stressed out, And I'm going to hit you with some excuses that this person hit me with. Because, bosses like to... This is another thing, is that they'll be like, oh, Matt, what happened last night? Oh, well, see, like, oh, here, there's no excuse. Then why the fuck did you ask me? Second of all, you're not my boss. I overheard from this person saying, do you have a problem with authority? Well, first of all, no, that's my ODD, to have a problem with authority. But second of all, no, I have a problem with someone who doesn't have authority but acts like they do. You see the difference here. I have no problem with authority. Absolutely not. But if you're in the same position that I am and you're trying to tell me what I need to do, then yeah, I'm going to have a problem with it because I'm like, are you my boss? No. Shut the fuck up. Now, unless my boss told you to tell me, then that's a different story. Or if you're saying like, hey Matt, I did this. Could you finish it for me? Yeah, I can do that. I'll try to, That's what you have to tell your bosses too, is that if your boss ever says, hey, like if your boss like gives you a paperwork and says, hey man, I need you to finish this project. Be like, hey man, I'll try to get it done. Just let them know that you'll try. You don't even have to say the word try, saying, yeah, I can do what I can to get most of it done. Never say you can do it. Because if you know you're not going to be able to do something, you don't do it, or if you get halfway done, your boss is going to be like, hey man, you said you're going to do it, what happened? But if you, like, if my boss says like, hey Matt, we have a bunch of boxes that need to be unloaded into the queuing area. Can you knock this out? I'll be like, yeah, I can do what I can, I'll try to work something out, I'll try to balance everything, I'll try to get most of it, if not all of it done. I'll try. I'll try to get most of it done, if not all. That opens it up to being like, okay, so, then they come back and they're like, okay, I had 5 boxes, 2 left. Okay. You're not setting their standards up so fucking high. And that saves you the headache. But back to what I was originally saying, is that here's this person excuses, because this person pulled me and the other CSS over for a little meeting, as I'm doing air quotations, is that we need to be, what's that word? There needs to be damn, I can't think of the word. Consequences for our actions. Some shit like that. And we're looking at each other like, huh? What do you mean? This person says, I feel like I'm doing all the work. All the time. My first thought was, yeah, you should feel like that. You work 40 hours a fucking week. I'm here for 20. You're gonna feel like you're doing most of the work. Apologize for all headphone users. Or if you don't have headphones and you're listening on the bus, sorry everyone on the public transportation. But yeah, that's the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life. You're working 40 hours a week. I'm working 20 sometimes. But I'll just say for the sake of this example, I'm working 20 hours a week. You're working 20 more hours than me. You should feel like you're doing most of the work because you're here most of the time. Like, I wanted to say that so badly. I'm a huge smart ass on the side of talking shit. Because I talk big shit. Because, when we close, we have to stay for at least an extra half hour to clean up everything and stuff. So, the whole time I'm like, this fucking bitch with the red hat wanted to give me some discount for some shoes that were already discounted. Give me the fuck, shit like that. But that, blew me away. I'm like, what? I even told, the next manager above me, I said, yeah, can you fucking believe that? That person said fucking feels like they do more work. I'm like, yeah, you fucking should. The manager was like, yeah, you're right. Yeah. If you're working full time, you're going to be doing more work than the part-time people. I'm like, exactly. How dumb can you be? Like, I don't mean to call this person dumb, but that's dumb. And here's another thing. This is probably the first thing I've noticed that really upsetted me is that the other CSS, very, very sweet person. Very nice. Has some kids, just work, she's one of those people who wants to do her job, does what she's told, collects her paycheck, goes home. That's me. I just want to do my job, make customers happy because, I like trying to make people happy. Get my check and go the fuck home. That's all I want to do. I don't want any drama. It's unnecessary, And and she's gotten Employee of the Month twice. The store manager has given her like a couple of gift cards, not like from our store because that's some petty shit, but gift cards to Walmart, Starbucks, and shit like that. And if you're getting that, I never gotten fucking Employee of the Month since I've been there, and I busted my ass. Do I complain? Fuck no. I don't care. You think I give two shits about having my name plastered on the wall saying, "Hey, congratulations, this person did this"? I don't give a shit. Like, oh, I'm getting an award for doing what I'm supposed to be doing? Okay, whatever. I don't give a shit. Not saying that, her getting Employee of the Month is stupid or anything. I'm not saying that at all. Congratulations for getting Employee of the Month. I'm just, me personally, I could give two shits for getting an award for, whatever. Unless, like, the store just somehow just exploded and I saved a baby. Then, then Employee of the Month, I believe, is, or Employee of the Year. I should earn that because, I went back to save that baby. But the fact that she's gotten all these awards and all these gift cards and all these praise from the store manager, this full-time CSS person keeps saying, you're not doing what you're supposed to do. There's a lot of items that don't have tickets that you need to do. You're not doing it. Just bashing her down. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, really? I'm not going to put out, all the business out there because, it's still, But let's just say it really hurt her feelings. I'll put it that way. And that pissed me off. Because this other part-time CSS started off as a cashier. I trained her as a cashier. Then when she got the promotion, because I recommended that she'd get it, I trained her to be a customer service supervisor. So that hit me right at home because I'm like, this person I trained is getting these awards, getting these gift cards, because I trained her to be like this. I trained her to be the best she can be. And you're bashing her for that type of shit? For petty shit? Really? You're a piece of shit. And of course, her excuses, I think they're excuses, is this person's claiming, oh, I'm doing it for my kids. That's all well and good. I completely understand that. You want to, move up in a company, do it for your kids, so your kids can go to school, get well-paid jobs, get settled, get married, and you have grandkids. I completely understand that. But don't step on people's toes on the way up. Because here's my thing, is that, and there's a lot of people have been killed because of shit like this. Someone working their way to the top in anything, military, politicians, other countries, shit like that. And they've stepped on people's toes on the way up. And people have gotten shot in the face for that type of shit. Don't make enemies when you're trying to make it to the top. Don't do that. Now, you're going to get haters. That's automatic. You can't avoid that type of shit. You're going to get people hating on you and all saying like, oh, fuck this person. I think I deserve it. You're going to, that's fine. But if you're personally bashing people and all that type of shit, working your way to the top and your excuses, oh, I'm trying to make it to the top because I'm doing this for my kids. That's unacceptable. Oh, so you're being an asshole. So you're treating me like a piece of shit because you want to make it to the top for your kids. That does not give you a good enough reason. Because here's my thing, is that Say you do make it to the top. Say you get a chance to run to you're a manager. You're a full-time store assistant, whatever. You know how many fucking people that are not gonna like you? There's already people that don't like this person right now. I'm not gonna say any names. But there have been times where this person will call on the radio saying, hey, I need a price check for this. Fucking radio silence. I need a price check. Radio silence. 3 minutes later. Guys, come on. I need a price check. 5 seconds later. Sorry, I was with a customer. Shit like that. That's another reason why you probably feel like, oh, I'm doing everything. Is because no one's fucking helping you because you're treating people like shit. You're bashing and bad-mouthing people. Did you ever think about that? And here's my thing. Is that... Now, this person's claiming that they're being hard on me because the store manager's being hard on this person. I find that to be bullshit. Because if you're going back to the store manager, telling them everything that I'm doing, if I'm doing something wrong, you would think the store manager would be like, Matt, come into my office. And be like, hey, yeah, the full-time CSS is saying that, you're doing this, this, and this, and this. If it's become that big of a problem, this person's making it seem like it's a problem. How come the store manager themselves hasn't pulled me to the side and talked to me saying like, hey, are you having problems with this person? This person says that, you're having a problem with authority, when they ask you to do something you don't do, that type of shit. If the store manager or any assistant store manager has not pulled me to the side and talked to me about it, that means they don't see it as an issue. So if the store manager doesn't seem to have an issue with it, the assistant store managers doesn't have an issue with me, the associates don't have an issue with me, cashiers sure as hell don't have an issue with me. Are you sure I'm the problem? Or do you think it might be you? That's all I'm saying. That's just me. That's how I see it. That's just how I see it. This iced coffee is delicious, by the way. I brew my own. Get some hot coffee, fill my cup up with ice, and let that sucker just drain into the cup. Shout out to Keurig. Keurig has made my life a lot easier when it comes to coffee. Put the pot in, brew, bam, instant. I love the view. I'm super glad I was born in the 90s because I got to witness so much that I witnessed the birth of the internet. I guess I witnessed PC gaming. What was it like? World of Warcraft. There was another game. It was related to the Command and Conquer series, but it was like you create units, you build shit. I forgot what that game was called, like StarCraft or something like that. I think so. Maybe, I don't remember. I'm not a huge PC gamer, so I'm not 100% sure. But I witnessed PC gaming. It's just. I live in an awesome time. Like, I'm glad I was born. I'm glad I was born in the 90s. I got to witness so much. Of course, people in the 80s, they also got to witness, this type of shit. Because people in the 80s are like 10 years older than me. So, someone in their, someone that was born in the 80s or, probably like in like mid 30s, late, early 40s. So, they're also witnessing this shit. 70s, on the other hand, they're like, oh my god, my cat's acting a fool. And 60s. I know people in the 60s probably lost their fucking minds when they heard of the internet. What? Porn? They're so used to watching silent porn. But I don't know. I just happened to think about that when I was just looking at the computer. I'm like, man, technology. But yeah, back to what I was previously saying is like, don't, if you're working your way to the top, don't step on people's toes. Don't make enemies out of people. Encourage. Now, I'm not saying be an asshole while you're trying to encourage someone. No, don't do that. Encourage them. That's what I do. I tell my cashiers, I'm like, hey, fucking... when I'm working the front end, here's another funny story, is that apparently one of my cashiers told this person, this full-time person, or was it? No, it was to one of the assistant store managers, and he told the full-time CSS this. He walked up to one of my cashiers, and one of my cashiers asked him, saying, hey, who's closing tonight? And he said, oh, it's going to be me in the full-time CSS tonight. And she was like, oh, I guess that means I got to work really hard tonight, huh? And he was like, what? Now, you think first hearing that, you're like, wow. Okay. The rest of it was like, he was like, oh, what do you mean? And she was like, oh, when I'm working with Matt, I feel like I don't have to work as hard. I feel like it's a lot easier working with Matt. I think both of them took that the wrong way. Like, how they were talking to me when they pulled me to the side. By the way, if either one of you guys are listening to this, I do have that conversation recorded. So, yeah. That's how I remember this so well. Yeah, I'll talk about what I'm gonna say after this part. Is that so yeah, apparently they must have taken that the wrong way, thinking that like, oh, Matt just lets these people just fucking slack off. No, how I run the front, because like, even though I'm the part-time, is that I feel like it's my front, and then that's what you have to do with your job. You have to own it. If you work in a cubicle, you fucking own that cubicle. That's your shit. You're gonna get that Michael Johnson case done. You're gonna fucking make sure he gets his taxes. Own that shit. You know what I mean? So yeah, when I'm there, I fucking own it. That's my front. These are my cashiers. But I don't, I'm not like cracking the whip saying, work, smile, tell them about the survey. I don't know why I had that accent, but talk about the survey, smile, talk about donations, cracking the whip. Absolutely not. I try my best to keep it fun up there, because I took something, because the hiring manager that was there at the time, this is what, I think I may have just talked about this in the previous episode. I don't remember. But, when I got interviewed, she was like, oh, where do you want to go? What do you want to do, here? And I gave her the interview answer, because I didn't fucking think about it. I was just like, I'll go wherever you need me. I gave her the interview type of answer, shit that, she would want to hear. And she was like, Matt. And she called me Matt instead of Matthew, so Matt. Do you really want to? We have openings everywhere. Pick a position you feel like you can walk in, be ready for work. Pick a position where you would want to be happy. So that way, when you come into work, you're in a good mood. No one wants to come to work upset. That shit blew my fucking mind. Like, literally, the back of my head just exploded. My brain was just hanging out of the back of my neck. I'm like, what? My last job, I was not told this. When I got interviewed for my summer job, I didn't know this. Like, I was like, wow. I love you. So, I took that and I used it to run the front. And absolutely, no one wants to come to work fucking pissed off. Because number one, you already don't want to fucking be there. Number two, you have to be there because that's the only way you can get money. So, I try my best for, not to be, fun, but, not like to like, hey, Matt, stop fooling around, get to fucking work, But, I crack jokes here and there, for the most part. I try to crack jokes with a lot of the cashiers. Like if someone's like, hey, Matt, I need change. I'm like, oh, you're robbing me blind, huh? taking all my money, huh? And, a little giggle here and there, type of shit. And that's how I do it, is that, like, I make my cashiers happy, make them laugh. And, that puts them in a good mood. And then, they're, even the customers might hear me crack a joke. And they'll be like, oh, yeah, good manager, And then, then that gets a conversation started with them, too, talking like, oh, yeah, he's crazy, whatever. How are you doing today? Did you find everything all right? And they're like, yeah, I did. Thank you very much for asking. You know what I'm saying? I make it contagious. If the cashiers are happy, that's going to transfer over to the customers. Make the customers happy. That gets us a survey, and then makes the store's performance good. That's how I do it. Fuck you if you don't agree with me. But that's how I would want to run the front. That's how I would run the store. That's how one of my old store managers did it. The one that promoted me. That's how he did it. He's always cracking jokes and type of shit like that, putting us in a good mood. That's what he did, because, he had the exact same philosophy about a job as I did. Make a little fun, but, keep it professional at the same time, but, a little fun, You know what I mean? That's what I'm all about. I'm not all about fucking cracking them up saying, hey, you didn't tell a customer to make a donation, I'm not going to sweat the small stuff. Now, if you keep fucking doing it, then yeah, it's gonna be a problem. Like, if you make, if you don't say a donation, I'll be like, I'll let it slide. But if you do it fucking again, then I'm going to be like, hey man, you're not telling people you make donations. You gotta do that. It's our responsibility to tell people that. Like, oh yeah, sorry man, make sure I do it. I'm like, all right, cool. Keep it real. That in the moment coaching shit that they teach you. That's what I'm about. I try to keep it fun, but professional at the same time. And I try to keep the peace between the cashiers. There's a couple of cashiers that don't really like each other, and I try to keep the peace. And I've told them this too. And when we weren't busy one time, I kind of the cashiers I kind of had them all come together, and I was like, listen, I know some of you guys don't like each other, but hey, if you don't like each other, don't do it here. I even told him, I said, do what I do. Talk shit on the internet, If you guys aren't following each other on Twitter or anything, talk shit about each other on Twitter. Keep it in the DMs. Don't do it here. As you can see, I'm talking shit about people I don't like on the internet versus doing it there. I'm like, leave it in your lockers. And when you come home, clock out, get in your car or on the bus, talk about shit on Twitter, saying, that fucking bitch, Martha said, Well, of course they laugh, and I'm like, yeah, fucking, do that, talk shit on Twitter, talk to your mom, talk to your girlfriend, talk to your boyfriend, That's what I do. I try to keep the peace up front. I said, I'd rather you guys hate all these fucking people on the floor than each other. Fucking that customer with the red hat. Talk shit about her. Don't talk about shit each other. Here. That's what I'm about. That's what I'm about. And I've noticed lately in this industry that there's a lot of touchy feely whipping dicks out in the industry. Since that Weinstein shit came out, like, now everyone's whipping their dicks out. Like, fucking, like, Louis C.K. That shocked the fuck out of me, because I'm like, no, Louis C.K. fucking hilarious. He lost a fucking show, he lost a fucking stand-up special. And you fucked up as a comedian if you lose a stand-up special. Like, dude, for whipping your dick out? I would say Kevin Hart's gonna fall off for cheating on his pregnant wife, but, he's still relevant somehow. I guess cheating's okay, but whipping your dick out's not. Not saying that, I'm not saying what you're thinking. They're both fucked up, but I'm not saying they're both equally fucked up. Whipping your dick out when a girl doesn't want to see your dick, I don't agree with at all. But, like, I don't know. We've already lost a lot of good comedians in last 5 years. We lost a lot of great comedians, and now we're losing more comedians because they want to whip their dicks out and have affairs and shit. And I don't know. I just have one question. Like, what makes you want to whip your dick out in front? Like, are you that rich and famous you just don't give a shit anymore? Like, do you just have less fucks when you're famous? I don't know. It's like, like, it's like when you carry too many groceries from your trunk to your door, and you like want to make it all in one trip, and you're like, you know, is that like how many fucks you can't like give anymore? It's like, all these fucks, I can't hold them all. So you just drop them all and just give no fucks at all. I mean, I'm pretty sure all of us have at one point in time just said fuck and just whip our dicks out and just say, yeah, it's my fucking dick, fuck you, you know. But like, is that what happens when you're famous? Because I don't know. I mean, I'm not famous, so I wouldn't know, but I think I would, you know, I'd keep my dick in my pants. I wouldn't be an ass. Like Justin Bieber. Justin Bieber's an asshole. I'd give my fucking left nut to walk on the Great Wall of China, and that asshole gets a piggyback ride? Like, do you just become a super douchebag piece of shit when you're famous? I don't know. Especially like a lot of these internet stars. Some of these YouTubers are assholes. Not all of them, or at least the people I watch. They're very sincere, very nice. You know, YouTubers like, you know, like Game Grumps. I'm pretty sure they're very, very nice. Like Dan and Aaron, I'm pretty sure they're super nice guys. Markiplier, I'm pretty sure he's a nice guy. Jacksepticeye, I know he's a nice guy. D6, very, very nice guy. Just don't be a piece of shit know-it-all to him, because then, yeah, D6 can turn into an asshole, but he's not an asshole. He's kind of like me. Like, I'll be super fucking nice to you, but if you come at me wrong, you're gonna get fucking cussed out and all that type of shit. Just shout out to D6, youtube.com/D6. It's a very good personal friend of mine. But like, I don't know. It's like, do you think it's because, like, you know, that fame and wealth just overwhelms you, and you just, like, maybe it's just, like I said, when it comes to something I don't understand, I ask a lot of questions, you know? But, like, a lot of people say, like, a lot of YouTube stars are pieces of shit and all that type, and I kind of semi-believe that. Because, like, you know, I've been you know, streaming on Twitch for at least a year, almost a year. I don't remember how long ago, because I can't go back on my account and look, because I've had my account since, you know, like, you know, when it was Justin.tv, just, you know, live streaming, you know, before it got turned into Twitch. So it's like I can't even go back on my account, because it will be like, oh yeah, you had your account for like almost 10 years, and I'll be like, well, like, when did I start streaming on Twitch? But I think I'd say at least a year now. And the community on Twitch versus the community on YouTube, huge difference. You know? I mean, when it comes down to trolls, it's borderline the same. But I feel like on Twitch, you have more of a control of, you know, who trolls your channel and all that type of shit, versus YouTube, where people are just going to be like, inward, fuck you, inward, you know, that type of shit, you know, versus, you know, Twitch, you know, someone's doing that type of shit, you can just fucking ban them, and, you know, block them and all that type of shit, and, you know, there's no way they can, you know, get to you or anything like that, unless they're hackers, of course. But, like, it's, like, just the differences between Twitch and YouTube are hugely different. Like, you know, let's give an example. Let's say, like, Dan's Gaming. I'll use Dan as an example. You know, because he has a huge viewer count. Like, even when he does, like, a past broadcast on his channel, like, you know, he still has, like, hundreds of fucking people watching him. And, you know, like, you know, another channel that has, like, I don't know, let's see, like, Dan has, like, what, like, I'm just going to throw out random numbers here just so I don't have to think. Like, say, like, Dan has, like, 500,000 people watching him. Okay, 500,000 followers. He'll host up a guy that has, like, maybe 10,000 followers. He'll host him up and be like, hey, guys, you know, watch this guy. He's pretty entertaining, and I've seen him. You know, he's playing Resident Evil, whatever. You know, check him out. Put a link to his channel. All of his fans go over there and just say, hey, man, we're from Dan's Game. He says you're awesome, you know, whatever, and all that type of shit. And, they'll be like, oh, man, Dan, thank you so much for hosting me, dude, or rating me, or, all that type of shit, and stuff like that, And YouTube will have that, but here's my thing, is that someone on YouTube with 1 million subscribers, they won't give two shits about someone that has 10,000 subscribers. They won't even shout them out. Unless they have, like, one viral video. If that person with 10,000 subscribers has, like, a huge viral video, well, of course, obviously, that person's not going to have 10,000 subscribers anymore. If it's a viral video, then it's going to have, like, 1 million stuff. But like I said, like, someone with 1 million subscribers isn't going to give two shits about, like, someone with 10,000 subscribers says, like, hey, man, I love your stuff, I'd really like to work with you, kind of get a collaboration between me and you going. Won't get a fucking reply to the email. Or they'll be like, oh, sorry, man, I'm busy, doing my own thing, can't cramp my style. I feel like YouTubers are more worried about someone with a lower subscriber count that's going to cramp up their style. It's like if they work with this person and it doesn't work out, they assume like, oh, my channel's fucked, And versus Twitch, if someone's like, hey, check out this person, some people go to their channel and they're like, huh, you know what? I don't entertain this person. Whatever. They go back to Dan's Gaming the very next time he streams. No repercussions or anything. And that's what I mean. It's like the Twitch community is so nice, I guess is the best way to put it, when it comes to sharing and interacting with each other, trying to get this person popular, and all that type. It's a good start, I'm starting to get a fan base on Twitch. There's some people from YouTube that has made a Twitch account and actually, started watching me when I stream, which I appreciate, So, twitch.com/ I said twitch.com. Damn it. There's no .com. Twitch.tv/MATTtheFUNNYman. Hey, future Matt, why don't you put a link in the description there? And, or you know what? Don't even put it in the description, future Matt. Go ahead and just put it on the screen. There you go. Twitch.tv/MATTtheFUNNYman. I don't have a schedule because of work, but, I stream when I can. But yeah, that's what I mean. It's like, the Twitch community has no problem, sharing one another or even collabing. There's a lot of Twitch streamers that collaborate with one another, especially for like, charities and stuff like that. They're more open to the idea of collaboration with a smaller person versus YouTube. Someone with 1 million subscribers wouldn't really want to, collaborate with someone with 10,000. You know what I mean? It's like, it's a huge difference. And, it's not like on YouTube if someone says like, oh yeah, I worked with this guy, check out his channel, links in the description, ring the bell, whatever. And then, some people go to that channel and people watch, some people will, watch the videos and, they'll gain subscribers out of it. But of course you'll get the fucking trolls that'll be like, hey, yeah, fuck you, this channel sucks. Why'd you link me here? And, versus, Twitch, you won't have that issue. You know what I mean? I don't know. That's just my opinion. The Twitch community and the YouTube community are two separate communities. It's like Walking Dead type of communities. Like YouTube is Negan's community and fucking Twitch is Alexandria. That's the best way to put it. You know what I mean? Wow. It's been an hour already. I think that's call it a time. I don't know if I'll ever do like a 2-hour or 3-hour podcast. That's going to depend. Maybe if I do like a live version of the podcast, it might be like a little longer, but I have some streaming to do, and I have some editing to do, and I have some thumbnails to work on, and, stuff like that. But, yeah, check out these links that are going to pop up on your screen. Probably around this time. I don't know when. Future Matt, make sure you're putting that shit up. Okay, good. It's up there. But, yeah, I appreciate you guys listening to the podcast. And stay tuned to episode 3, whenever that comes out. And, yeah, I will see you guys next time.